Yes. Well, these creatures can be unpredictable. I should prepare myself for a fool such as you! Thus increases our path of destruction. Very well.
Viran Salanon, Iranala Foros. Nay, Garan Sudale, Garan! Iramel Ashal, Iramel Ashal!
Yes. Yes.
This appears to be a phylactery of some kind. The essence of a mage, kept magically preserved. If that were all it is, however, I would be surprised.
It is warm. There is a soul within this stone. That much I can see.
Pretty. I bet you could get a silver or two for that shiny bit there.
Yes. It is some kind of trap. It is some kind of trap. Of course. What is that? A trap? It is some kind of trap. Yes. What is that? A trap? It is some kind of trap. It will be done. Very well. Very well. Of course. What is that? It is some kind of trap. As you say. Yes.
Stop! Brothers and sisters, be at ease. We do not wish any more of our people hurt. I ask you this now, outsider. Are you willing to parley? On the contrary, the lady believes that you may not be aware of everything you should be, so she has asked that you are brought to her. She means you no harm, provided your willingness to parley in peace is an honest one. She is not Witherfang, but she can tell you of Witherfang if you ask. But first, you must agree to parley. Swiftrunner did not think it would matter. The lady disagrees, and since you have forced your way this far, we must acquiesce to her wishes.
It wishes to speak to these creatures? What is the point? We've slaughtered our way this far. What's a bit further? Fine. Arguing with that logic will just give me a headache, I swear.
Follow me. But I warn you, if you break your promise and harm her, I will come back from the Fade itself to see you pay.
I bid you welcome, mortal. I am the Lady of the Forest.
Do not listen to him, lady. He will betray you. We must attack him now.
Hush, Swiftrunner. Your urge for battle has only seen the death of the very ones you've been trying to save. Is that what you want?
No, my lady. Anything but that.
And the time has come to speak with this outsider, to set our rage aside. I apologize on Swiftrunner's behalf. He struggles with his nature. Truer words were never spoken. But few could claim the same as these creatures, that their very nature is a curse forced upon them. No doubt you have questions, mortal. There are things that Zathrian has not told you. It was Zathrian who created the curse that these creatures suffer. The same curse that Zathrian's own people now suffer. Centuries ago, when the Dalish first came to this land, a tribe of humans lived close to this forest. They sought to drive the Dalish away. Zathrian was a young man then. He had a son and daughter he loved greatly. And while out hunting, the human tribe captured them both.
The humans tortured the boy, killed him. The girl they raped and left for dead. The Dalish found her, but she learned later she was with child. She killed herself.
Indeed they did.
Zathrian came to this ruin and summoned a terrible spirit, binding it to the body of a great wolf. So Witherfang came to be. Witherfang hunted the humans of the tribe. Many were killed, but others were cursed by his blood, becoming twisted and savage creatures.
Twisted and savage, just as Witherfang himself is.
So the Dalish leader misled us.
And yet they call it human nature.
They were driven into the forest. When the human tribe finally left for good, their cursed brethren remained, pitiful and mindless animals.
Until I found you, my lady. You gave me peace.
I showed Swiftrunner that there was another side to his bestial nature. I soothed his rage and his humanity emerged. And he brought others to me. In part, we seek to end the curse. The crimes committed against Zathrian's children were grave, but they were committed centuries ago by those who are long dead. Word was sent to Zathrian every time the landships passed this way, asking him to come, but he has always ignored us. We will no longer be denied.
We spread the curse to his people, so he must end the curse to save them.
Please, mortal. You must go to him. Bring him here. If he sees these creatures, hears their plight, surely he will agree to end the curse.
He will never break the curse, my lady. He will never allow it. You know this.
We cannot know that. Surely his rage does not run so deep he would endanger his own clan. If Zathrian comes, I shall summon Witherfang. I possess that power. I also have the power to ensure Witherfang is never found. Tell Zathrian this. If he does not come, if he does not break the curse, he will never find Witherfang, and he will never cure his people. I believe there is. There must be.
If there is no way, then he dies. Then they all die.
And we shall await your return. Outside of this chamber, the passage leading back to the surface has been opened for you. Return with Zathrian as soon as you can.
It will be done. Yes.
suppose I should be dust by now. I thank it for its help.
It will be done. As and here you are already. You have carved a safe path through the forest. Safe enough for me to follow, anyhow.
I don't like this one. Can we not simply crush its head?
There was no way to tell what would happen once you reached this ruin, so I decided to come myself. Yes, there will be plenty of time for that. Did you acquire the heart? You didn't. May I ask then, why are you leaving the ruin? You do understand that she actually is Witherfang? She is the powerful spirit of this ancient forest that I summoned long ago and bound in the body of the wolf. Her nature is that of the forest itself. Beautiful and terrible, serene and savage, maiden and beast. She is the lady and Witherfang both, two sides of a single being. The curse came first from her. Those she afflicted with it mirrored her own nature, becoming savage beast as well as human. They attacked my clan, and they were the same savages then that they have ever been. They deserve to be wiped out and not defended. Come, I will accompany you back to the ruin. Let us go and speak to the spirit, and I will force her into Witherfang's form. He may then be slain and the heart taken. Even so, they are still the same worthless creatures that their ancestors were. They deserve nothing more than the misery they possess. This is not your battle, Grey Warden. Let us just take the heart and be done with it. You were not there. You did not see what they did to my son, to my daughter. And so many others. You are not Dalish. How can you know how we had to struggle to be safe? How could I have let their crimes go unanswered? I have sworn to protect my people, and I shall. I will not lift a finger to help the descendants of savages who deserved the curse they received. Tell me, if you held your own daughter's lifeless body in your arms, would you not also have sworn an eternity of pain on those who did such to her? Very well. You wish me to go and talk? I will do so. But what if it is only more revenge they wish? Will you safeguard me from harm? I fail to see the purpose behind this, but very well. It has been many centuries now. Let us see what the spirit has to say. So here you are, spirit.
She is the lady of the forest. You will address her properly.
You've taken a name, spirit? And you've given names to your pets? These beasts who follow you?
It was they who gave me a name, Zathrian. And the names they take are their own. They follow me because I help them to find who they are.
Who they are has not changed from whom their ancestors were. Wild savages, worthless dogs. Their twisted shape only mirrors their monstrous hearts.
He will not help us, lady. It is as I warned you. He is not here to talk.
No, I am here to talk, though I see little point in it. We all know where this will lead. Your nature compels it, as does mine.
It does not have to be that way. There is room in your heart for compassion, Zathrian. Surely your retribution is spent.
My retribution is eternal, spirit. As is my pain. This is justice, no more.
Are you certain your pain is the only reason you will not end this curse? Have you told the mortal how it was created? And so he did. Witherfang and I are bound as one being. But such powerful magic could not be accomplished without Zathrian's own blood. Your people believe you have rediscovered the immortality of their ancestors, Zathrian, but that is not true. So long as the curse exists, so do you.
No! That is not how it is!
What could keep one going after so many centuries of life? Love? Or a bitter hatred that clutches at a heart that should long ago have ceased beating? The curse would not end with Zathrian's death. His life, however, relies on its existence. And I believe his death plays a part in its ending.
Then we kill him! We tear him apart now!
For all your powers of speech, you are beasts still. What would you gain from killing me? Only I know how the ritual ends, and I will never do it.
Ha! You see? We must kill them all!
See? They turn on you as quickly. Do what you have come here to do, Grey Warden, or get out of my way! Then you die with them. All of you will suffer as you deserve.
duster deserves worse than this. Start with his toes and work your way up.
Oh, somebody please kill somebody.
No, Swift Runner. We will not kill him. If there is no room in our hearts for mercy, how may we expect there to be room in his?
I cannot do as you ask, Spirit. I am too old to know mercy. All I see are the faces of my children, my people. I cannot do it. Perhaps I have lived too long. This hatred in me is like an ancient, gnarled root. It has consumed my soul. What of you, Spirit? You are bound to the curse just as I am. Do you not fear your end?
You are my maker, Zathrian. You gave me form and consciousness where none existed. I have known pain and love, hope and fear, all the joy that is life. Yet of all things I desire nothing more than an end. I beg you, Maker, put an end to me. We beg you, show mercy.
You shame me, Spirit. I am an old man, alive long past his time.
Then you will do it? You will end the curse?
Yes, I think it is time. Let us put an end to it all.
It's over. She's gone, and we're human. I can scarcely believe it. We'll leave the forest, I suppose. Find other humans, see what's out there for us. It should be quite interesting, don't you think? Thank you. We'll never forget you.
How nice. How nice. What say you? By all means.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife? I heard a story today. Bangrain put her own fields to the torch, rather than let Logain's men feed off them. 3 of them died in the flames. Some of the soldiers got angry and chased the woman down in her own manner, putting a sword through her. Without permission, is the excuse we're told. Logain killed Grain's husband at Winter's Breath. She had a right to do with her crop as she pleased. This is still for Eldon, isn't it? Freeholder answers to no one. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Your desire? So, full of questions, are you? What's on your mind? Cure me? What, am I sick now? Even you know that you cannot cure the dead. And I'm not the only one dying. You are too. I'm just more efficient about it. Ah, child, your concern is heartwarming. But death comes to everyone, and it is not something to fear. People fear not death, but having life taken from them. Many waste the life given to them, occupying themselves with things that do not matter. When the end comes, they say they did not have time enough to spend with loved ones, to fulfill dreams, to go on adventures they only talked about. But why should you fear death if you are happy with the life you have led? If you can look back on everything and say, yes, I am content. It is enough. I think I've led a good life, a full life, and I, for one, am not afraid of death, whatever it may bring. They say that when you die, your spirit travels through the fade and returns to the Maker. And after that, we'll see, won't we? What's on your mind? I try not to dwell too much on the mistakes of my past, of which there are many. I would go quite mad if I did that. But I do have one regret. The greatest misstep of my life. Made even more grave because it had dire consequences for someone else. Years ago, I was assigned as mentor to a lad, Anarin. He was my first apprentice. Anarin was an elf, raised in one of the elven alienages, and he was very mistrustful of humans, especially humans in authority. I was his mentor, an authority figure. He can't have liked me very much. What Anarin needed was time. Time to get used to his new home, time to emerge from his shell, so we could build a rapport. I gave him no such time. I was young and arrogant. He is a mage, I thought. He needs to grow up and act like one. I expected too much from him too quickly. I gave no consideration to his origin or his feelings, and he retreated further from me. All I could think of was how stubborn he was, how he was throwing away all his talent and his potential just to be difficult. Oh, very much so. Sometimes I would catch him practicing on his own, but if I asked him to show me what he could do, he would freeze up or fumble terribly. You cannot plant crops in the cold, wintry ground. You cannot teach a student who is closed off and unresponsive. Patience is what is needed, and I learned that too late to help him. Anarin ran away from the circle one night. I had berated him over some trivial, ridiculous matter that I no longer remember. I drove him away because of something utterly unimportant. He was a child, 14 at the time of his leaving. They had his phylactery, and they hunted him down. The Templars. That is what they do. They hunt down and neutralize rogue mages. They called him Maleficar, a mage who practices forbidden magic, deserving of death. He was a child, misunderstood and lost. I begged the Templars to tell me if he suffered, if they gave him a quick death. I got no answers from them. I was his mentor, and they wouldn't even tell me what became of him. I should have known better. I had the best mentors. They were kind, compassionate. Why didn't I learn from them? I failed Anarin. All I had to do was listen to him. He would try to talk to me, and I would tell him to concentrate on his spells. He talked about the alienage sometimes, and the Dalish. He always talked about looking for the Dalish elves. The Templars are well-trained and thorough. That he still lives, it would be a vain hope. The apprentices that came after Anarin benefited greatly from the lessons I learned from him. In a sense, he was my teacher, and I his student. And there it is. My story, my one greatest regret. Yes.
It is done. The essence of the wolf's heart has banished all traces of cursed blood from the hunters. It is too bad that Zathrian had to die. I felt it when he departed. I think he was ready to go. It will be difficult to fill Zathrian's shoes. He was our keeper for many centuries, and he will be sorely missed. But I am keeper now. Let me say it officially then. I hereby swear to uphold the terms of the ancient contract our people formed with the Grey Wardens. Call, and we shall come, with great speed and purpose, and we shall strike at your foes. This I swear. It has been a long time since the Dalish marched to war, but I trust that in the end, we shall make a difference for you.
Did it, outsider. You saved us from the ravages of the curse after all.
May the creators bless you, truly.
But Zathrian is lost to us, after all these centuries. He died heroically, I hope. I would like a happy ending to his tale. He will be a role model for many Dalish children to come. Now, Keeper Lanaya prepares for us to enter into war alongside the humans. I never thought I'd live to see the day.
I, for one, look forward to fighting against these darkspawn creatures.
Do you now? Let's hope you return and tell us all about them. As for you, outsider, I expect I'll be telling tales about the Grey Warden one day, hmm? Andera Natishan, Grey Warden. Join us at the fire if you like, but haven't you got a war to get to?
I appreciate you trying to find him, but what are the chances?
Anarin the healer?
You know Anarin?
He lives? No, it can't be him. Perhaps it is a common elven name.
No, I know of only one Anarin.
Ah, it makes sense. Anarin said that he was from the human cities. You are old friends, then?
If you seek Anarin, you must venture into the forest. He prefers to be amidst the trees and the animals.
Thank you all so much.
Dareth Shirol.
You are the Grey Warden who broke the curse! I demand to know what happened to the werewolves. Where did they go? You did? And somehow, I believe you. That you took action against those murderers speaks well of you. Take this token. It was crafted long ago by a great master. Now I will go into the forest and hunt. Perhaps there are others still to be found, stragglers. I can only hope.
Friends, turn back, please. These woods are a danger to those who do not know the paths.
Aneurin?
Wait, I remember your face. But younger, more impulsive, stern. Wynne?
I thought they had killed you.
They very nearly did. The Templars found me while I was searching for the Dalish. They ran me through and left me for dead.
I brought this on you. Oh, I was a dreadful mentor, harsh and impatient. I am sorry for the way I treated you.
I've put that behind me, and you should too. I didn't fit in with the Templars in your chantry. My path lay elsewhere.
Irving is a reasonable man. He will find some way for you to return. The Circle needs new blood. It needs to change.
I have fond memories of Irving. He was always kind to me. I will consider your proposal, and perhaps I will speak with Irving. However, I promise nothing. Now, it is getting late and you have much to do. You should be on your way.
No, we've spent enough time on my personal affairs. It is time for us to move on.
Look at this. It's the hardened sap of a tree native to this forest. It's been something of a lucky charm for me, and now I want you to have it.
Very well. I'm grateful. May your gods smile on you, Aneurin.
And on you.
We are working hard to make enough equipment for all of the hunters. Our armaments will be superior to anything else you find on the battlefield. I am no merchant, but I have plenty that you may need.
You witnessed the rarest of things, Warden. The Dalish stand ready to defend Ferelden. Always, Warden. You will have the best equipped army Ferelden has ever seen.
Yes.
Concentrate, like we practiced. Now, fire! We must strike quickly. Very well. As you say.
All men are the work of our Maker.
Those stung with 100 arrows, those suffering from ailments both great and small, his heart was strong, and he moved on.
As you say.
Does not dread sinners.
A little something extra, for friendship.
Need a message delivered? None faster in Denerim.
What can I get you, stranger? What can I get you, stranger?
Welcome to the wonders of Thedas. We carry items crafted by the Circle, as well as a variety of antiquities. Is there anything you would like to see? Welcome to the wonders of Thedas.
I knew this was coming. Spent all the coin preparing, so I ain't dying over it.
Need a fight, Shrew.
Did you feel it too? It was like the archdemon saw us. Saw us! What does that mean? I think... Wait. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Yes, you led me to an errand. You persisted, even though I was sure all you were going to find was a dead end. I will never be able to repay you for what you've done for me. Finding an errand allowed me to bring that chapter of my life to a close. I feel free. A great weight has been lifted off my heart. This moment, it feels like the moment before the sunrise, when all the world is still, holding its breath, waiting for first light. I can stop thinking about my past and look forward to the future. Thank you, my friend. You will always have my gratitude.
I guess it's like Duncan once said. We can sense them, and they can sense us. We'd best be more careful from now on. This camp isn't safe any longer.
Fortification should be built around the camp.
Yeah,
Very well.
Get a bloody night's rest.
How unnerving.
It will be more difficult to sleep here now.
What, no trap? No ambush? Some assassins.
That is
Yes.
Yes.
They're from the guild! I know that's the one they hired! Stop them!
Margaret wins again!
What does a darkspawn look like, anyhow? You ever seen one? We're probably going to see plenty.
This about the guild? I swear, I didn't tell them anything. I just took the sovereigns.
That could have been worse. Another foe slain!
As there is life, one death, there is but one. No time for chat, dear. It's mealtime.
Sister, that's hardly polite.
It's true, though, isn't it? Doesn't the chant say, you may not lie, for there is only one truth?
Blessings of the Maker and of Andraste, his bride, upon you.
Dwarven Welcome back. Is there something else you'd like to look at? Only the finest crafts, straight from Orzammar. Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
What can I get you, stranger? What can I get you, stranger?
Of course.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
All men are the work of our Maker's hands, from the lowest slaves to the highest.
I heard you have some damning evidence. Who's destined for the gallows now? Ah, the old one. Well, this does him in for sure. The gods can't ignore this. Of course, we've got to find him first. Watch yourself out there.
My boss says you've been hired to track him. I say you're done. Get them!
Foes approach.
will be done. Yes.
Threw your lot in with that cur, did ya? Well, so be it. Let him try to take leadership.
As you say. Very well.
You could not have done better.
Very well. As you say. Of course. Yes.
Magic.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orthe.
What can I get you, stranger? What can I get you, stranger?
Welcome back, Warden. As you can see, we've been busy. Cleaned the place up a bit,
Even my brother Mikhail came out of hiding. Never will you find a finer smith. Also got some goods stored here that might interest you. Buy them now before my cousins move it all someplace else. Haven't heard a peep from him. Seems to like keeping to himself. But I keep telling the children to stay away from the tower. We've a big family. When you were away, we all pitched in. Hard to believe there were undead, demons, and worse around here, right? I thought about it, but I figured that it's not a bad thing to believe that you come from a line of lions, even if the truth is a touch more complicated. Our family's belief that we were wronged. It gave us strength to make something of ourselves. King Arlen sounded like a right nasty piece of work. Sophia was branded a traitor. She consorted with blood mages. But in spite of it all, I think she was a hero. Certainly.
Once the Drytons were strong. We will be again one day.
You? You're the warden? My family owes you. Any weapons I make, I will sell you for a discount. I have a family full of traders living a soft life, getting fat. I chose to learn the way of metal and stone. It keeps me strong. Indeed, I have spent my life studying steel, dragonbone, and more. I learned all I could in human lands, and exiled dwarves taught me more. Give me the finest metals and materials, and I can make wonders for you. This is star metal. If you give this to me, I will craft for you a thing of legend. And so it shall be. It is done. I call this blade Starfang. May it serve you well. I must rest after my exertions. Warden?
What can I do for you, Warden? Certainly.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. The Dwarves have themselves a new king, I understand. One chosen by a Grey Warden, too, if you can believe it. A lot of people are hoping this means... That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. There's outrage over what Tyrn Loghain did to the hunters out of Oswin, letting a man starve, helpless. I think Tyrn Loghain meant that to be a lesson, to make everyone think twice about continuing this fight. It's going to do exactly the opposite, you ask me. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And... You and your friends are formidable. Group of his best. Hunted down the ones who did it. All of them hunters out of Oswin, Ban Valdric's men. I hear Tyrn Loghain ordered them all strung up on poles. Then they were left up there to starve, pleading for mercy. I hope that isn't true. That's a grim thing to do to someone. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. I'm sure you'll...
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Blood and damnation.
What is that? A trap? It is some kind of trap. Let me out!
what would do you some good?
A pair of nose plugs?
Go out, find a girl. Doesn't matter who, as long as there's no...
We are working hard to make enough...
Very well.
You will have the best equipped army Ferelden has ever seen.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed. You remind me of Lady Cecily.
Who?
She was an Orlesian lady, My mother served her until she died, and Lady Cecilia let me stay instead of turning me out on the street. You are like her in some ways. You have the same poise, the same air of nobility.
Oh, child, I am hardly noble.
I learned that nobility isn't just something you are born with. I have met nobles who are very petty and mean, complete degenerates. Then, there are people with a certain dignity and grace. It draws you to them, no matter who you are or who they are. I think the lowest peasant can have the most noble spirit.
We are working hard to make enough equipment.
You will have the best equipped army Ferelden has ever seen.
Yes.
Horse.
Thunder.
Pigeon crap.
Yes.
Yes.
Braska.
Vashaden.
Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed. Of all the...
Blasted.
Yes. Horse blast and damnation.
Yes.
Indeed.